Oh man, it feels good to be back on here. It's actually been a week since I recorded the video, and it's been the longest I've been away uh in like the last month without having like a video recorded and uploaded and stuff. I feel bad. Like I've been getting all this crazy awesome support lately, and like I'm not delivering on my end. I feel bad just with life and work and everything getting caught up. Uh just kind of got the best of me this week. Um and it kind of felt good. I feel bad. I wish I was here. I wish I was having fun playing games, recording some videos. Oops. Controls got reset. But it led to me making my topic for today. So I had a week of, like I said, how I just wasn't really focused on like recording and you know really being online really. And I live in the US, right? And we had the presidential election this week. And I do not talk politics. I don't know anything about politics. I honestly don't like politics. It just makes me really uncomfortable talking about it and all the debates and stuff. I voted, I sent it in, and I'm glad I participated. That's that. Really all I have to say about it. But with that being said, just it's been, you know, the talk of the town, right? And you see all this, not negativity online with it about it, but just so much more online presence, right? So I had a week off of kind of just being like dealing with life stuff. I wasn't on my computer, wasn't looking at how the presidential election was currently going and all that stuff, right? I was away from the internet. I was unplugged, as I like to call it. And this was a lesson of unplugging yourself from the internet that I learned back in high school. And I'm here to just kind of talk about like why I think it's important that every now and then you give yourself time to unplug, whether you plan it or you don't, right? Um, just in today's day and age, like with how easy it is to see in other people's lives, like social media or just like, I mean, that's like the biggest one, but like the internet and stuff like that, right? It's so easy to get sucked in and consumed looking at like how the kids in your class are doing. Maybe they're out applying for colleges and they got into, you know, Harvard, Purdue, Stanford, whatever, Caltech, I don't know, right? And you're like, man, I wish I want to get into those schools. And here I am, I'm just like going to community college. Don't sell yourself short, right? Or even, you're seeing all these people do all these crazy cool adventures, traveling around the world and stuff, and you're sitting working at a 9 to 5, and you're doing this because you have to do this. Like, this is your place, and you want to be out doing something else, right? Comparison is the thief of joy. I don't know if you ever heard this before, right? But it's true, let me tell you. I'm not one to compare myself to others. I think just growing up and having like a twin brother, kind of always inherently I was compared. Which is okay. Like I've dealt with it. It's not a big deal at all, right? But it's not something that I would like think of, like I'm me, I just kind of grew up always having like my own presence, right? Because I grew up with a twin, so it's like I have my own identity and my twin brother has his own identity. So just being comfortable with like yourself, and again, like I've talked about in the past, not like selling yourself short, right? It's so easy to, like I said, get consumed and just focused on what everybody else is doing and forget about everything that you're doing, right? Life is a marathon. It is not a sprint. I'm getting back to the point in my life, where like I'm starting to learn that lesson again, right? Like I'm out of school, most the kids I went to like school with, are finished with school. Maybe like a couple of them are traveling around the world. That's awesome. Some of them got really awesome, really cool jobs out of college. I had a good job out of college. I hated it. I left it. Brought me back to a job I did in the past for fun, for myself, so I could help people. That's the way I look at it. I'm not doing it for money. I'm just doing it for me. And I can easily get myself compared to others. Like at one point in time, I was a manager at this job, and I loved it, and I wanted to go further with it, kind of try to make develop my career at this past job, my previous job that I'm still back at right now. I don't want to get that confusing. I'm sorry. And it's easy to look at like, oh man, how far would I be if I, decided not to finish school, which is ultimately like the reason why I left that job. Where would my career now be? Instead I'm like backtracking, but it's okay. Like I love where I'm at. I'm happy with where I'm at, it's all good. Right. But on the day-to-day basis, as I'm like meeting all these new people, and it's like, oh, I'm so and so, like I took over after you left, a couple of years ago. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Like I could be you right now, something as little as that, right? Or like a couple of my passion projects. Like I wonder what would happen if I, follow through with them. Where would I be at? Where would I be at when I started? I uploaded my first video in April of this year, April 2024. Where would my channel be? How much positivity would I have brought in my life right now if I continued making videos like consistently every week? I was doing a video once a week for up until about the midway through June, I believe. What would my YouTube channel look like now? What would my outlook on life be like now if I continue with that? And I believe everything happens for a reason. I'm so happy with how things are going right now. I have no complaints. But you see how it's just so easy to get sucked into the mindset of, I wonder what if, like comparing yourself again to others. And like I said, like looking back a year ago when I was coming to the end of finishing school, like I finished in December of last year, 2023. And it's crazy how I would look back and never think that like 1 year in the future to the present, this is what my life would be like. It's easy to think like, oh man, like I'm washed up, or this is not what I thought my year would be looking like. 1 year in the future is not what I thought it would be looking like. This is not what I planned. This is not what I expected. But at the same time, like there's that alternate universe, right? There's that other thinking, that other side of the coin where I'm like, man, like I did so many cool things in the past year and I grew so much and I'm so proud of everything that I did. That's what matters at the end of the day. That's what gets me out of bed, And no, I'm not just, blowing smoke up my butt. I'm not trying to be my own hype man. It's like, no, like seriously. I overcame a lot of challenges. I learned a lot about myself and I put myself out there trying to do something that like I'm passionate about. Kind of for the first time, like doing it like seriously, like committed, not that I have commitment issues, like in the past, based on the past, but like, like this is something I want to do. Like I wanted to make YouTube videos since I was a kid, trying to help people, and I'm doing it. And I'm so happy I have the 100 and, I think 145 subscribers right now. That is so crazy. Oh my gosh. That is so, so cool. Thank you if you're one of them watching. I'm so glad to have you here, and I hope that in some way, shape, or form I was able to connect with you and, make your day better. That's literally all I'm trying to do. That's what makes me so happy, and that's what I do. I try to do every day when I'm at work, Try to have that quick connection and make their day better and inspire them and motivate them. And it's just ultimately thinking like and knowing that in the back of my mind, like these small accomplishments, right? These little victories at the end of the day are going to lead to much larger victories. I don't know when. I don't know what it's going to look like. But like it's progress in the right direction. And I've talked about this before too, But yeah, having like a week off, not really thinking about like when I can like record my next video, thinking up, brainstorming a new topic. Okay, I want to get rid of this destroy a tree button. I think it's because I updated my game to like a newer version, so it's not happy with my progress. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, my whole point of this video was like, take a step back, right? Finals are coming up, you know, midterms, college applications. I did not enjoy all that stuff. I don't miss having to do all that stuff, you know? But I remember how much stress I was under and how much pressure I put on myself when I was going through all that stuff and like applying in programs and stuff like that, and even being in the programs. I was honestly just constantly compared to someone else's ideas, someone else's work ethic, which I talked about in my last video. Um, you know, there's always someone that can do the job better. There's always somebody that wants it more than you, right? But as like finals are approaching, or you got a lot, like a busy week or something, you'd be surprised what just taking a, a day off of Instagram, right? Day off of Twitter, a week off of it, you know? How much more you'll just be able to like focus, like refocus your, you know, your goals for the week, what you got to do, you know, and just your mindset and your outlook. My point is that when you disassociate yourself from any possibilities of letting others weigh you down and let comparison take over your, you know, your mind, that's what starts to weigh you down and slow you down and discourage you and unmotivate you when you're trying to go out there and you're in it to win it, right? But hopefully in all this it somehow made sense, right? Again, life is a marathon. You're going to trip, you're going to stumble, you're going to scrape your knee. But at the end of the day, you are going to cross that finish line. I promise. Um but I appreciate you being here. Hopefully this helped you. And you know, maybe even watching this video instead of watching you know, those Snapchat stories about what everybody's doing on their Friday night, you know. Maybe it clears your head and you're like, yeah, I don't need to focus on what everybody else is doing. I just need to focus on what I'm doing. I just need to stay in my lane, keep my eye on the prize, you know. Um and honestly, like, I don't know, just being back to making another YouTube video, I'm excited, you know. I'm glad to be back into a creative mindset now that I got everything I needed to during the week done. I can refocus onto myself, right? And I don't know, I think as like I'm getting more videos out and talking to more people, I'm getting more just comfortable putting myself out there and being myself. If you watch a video that I posted like a month ago to maybe hopefully this video or one of my previous videos, I hope it sounds better. I hope it looks better, but hopefully you just get a little bit more of an inside glance at the kind of person I am and getting to know me better, you know. On the side topic of getting to know me better, I made a Discord server and I just posted it today. It's public. I'm so stoked to try to get to know some more people out there and talk to people and help them get through it. Like, I basically try just to make it to where, like, if anybody needs something, like, they can go in there and talk to me on a more like safe and secure and private atmosphere and setting and stuff, and you know, have some great talks, play some games. That'd be super cool, you know. And just being around like-minded people at the end of the day is a really, really good thing. So thank you so much for watching, for being here, for taking the time out of your day. I truly just want this to be there to help you, help anyone. You know, if I make one person's day from this video and one person understands this nonsense that I'm talking about, that's the goal. And hopefully it makes them feel better, it makes you smile. That's all I want. But thank you. I appreciate you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day. I hope tomorrow is a great day. And again, don't compare yourself. You do you. You're doing great. Thank you. Have a good day. And I'll catch you later.